Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where long ago a great ship of a numinous, the Akelder, sank beneath the waters of Lake Evening, and both the storied history and the precious artifact that it housed were lost to the Dunedain. Now, a band of tomb robbers out of the south seek for the where the Akelder came to rest, hoping to pillage it for their own gain. Well, what are we going to do about that? We've made it, Pine Sea. It was a longer journey than I expected, but your rowing was a welcome boon. After all, I didn't relish the thought of swimming across Lake Evening. I've done it enough times already. From what I can discern, Nagir's map appears to be the point of this islet. So let us see where we can. This is an islet? I'm sorry, it's a bit high to likely be an islet, but okay, let's continue. Let's look around Pine Sea. It's rare that I travel so far from Tinadir, these days anyways. A mariner's life is not so different from that of the Dunedain, but I no longer have the luxury of youth. Wait a moment. I think I see something up ahead. Ooh. Yeah, come on. Well, it does look like some sort of vessel. Not a mighty ship. What wreck is this? It doesn't match the description of the Helther I've ever heard. Why don't you have a look around and see what you can make of this? Alright, let's have a look around. It seems unlikely that this wreck is the Helther, so perhaps Niagara's map was flawed? Well, what do you say about that? No, I don't think it's the Helther either. Something's not right, though. Hold on. Wait, did you hear that? Steady, my friend. Mm-hmm. Looking for something? Oh? You know something we don't know?
Oh, this is intolerable.
Well, now what have we got here? Followed my map, did you? Clever bit of work, that. I had to draw up so many of them, but I knew I'd snare one of those rangers in the end. Now, I know this wreck here isn't the Akelder. If I'm right, it is at the bottom of the lake, just off the southern tip of this islet. I figured if it was above the water, it would have been picked clean years ago. I left that detail out, of course, but now that we know where it is, I'm sure that my crew can find a way to down it. Yes, let's get down there, but they'd better anyway. I almost had it, you know. I just needed a little help to find my way, and you did a fine job leading us there. I really truly can't thank you enough. Something tells me, though, that you're going to thank me by trying to kill me. Alas, I have nothing to offer you in return. Except what you deserve! Yeah, that was expected. Well, that was easy enough. Are you all right, Pine Sea? If what Naggers said is true, then we have been taken for fools. It was all for nothing, was it not? All for nothing. I let myself hope, Pine Sea. I've searched for the Elder for so long that I thought we had finally found it. What if Nagir spoke true? What if the Alcalder is here beneath us? Even a numinous might vanish beneath these waters one day, and all we were will be forgotten. Do not despair, child of the West. You have not toiled in vain. The Alcalder met its doom long ago, when the flood came to a numinous. It splintered and sank beneath the Ninwheel, and yet what you seek is not truly lost. From the depths I reclaimed the forestaff of Valwendion, and it might one day be returned to the Dunedain. And so I gift it now to you. Thank you, Lady Queen-Death. It's a great honor, and one I will treasure until the end of my days. I am certain you will, Tarneth. Farewell, and may the old bonds never be forgotten. All right. I have never before met the Blue Lady, my friend, and to be gifted with a Wendian's forestaff, it is an honor beyond anything that I could have imagined. I'm thankful our search didn't come to naught, and more thankful still that we know the true faith of the Achelder. It gladdens my heart to know that it will remain out of reach of tomb robbers of the south. My kin will want to know that has happened here, Pine Sea. Let us return to Tinadir. Very well. Let us return. That seems to be a favorable conclusion.
I can hardly believe that we found the wreck of the Icteldur, let alone recovered our Wedion's forestaff. Oh, but we must keep secret what we have learned as to...
The Blue Lady has long been a friend of the Dunedain, and we must repay her kindness in turn. I only hope that one day Gwyneth will deem it safe enough to lower the waters of Lake Evadim, and that Anuminus may one day have its beauty restored. You have done a great service to the Dunedain Pine Sea, and your deeds will not soon be forgotten. A mariner of your skill and expertise will be a great ally in the days to come, my friend. I expect that we shall call upon you again soon. Alright, so I need either the blade, a Seafarer's straight blade, and this is a slight boost, but it gives Westerness damage, which is a nice improvement. Alright. And the other possibility is the broken spyglass, vitality and agility. Ooh, 13. Oh my, that's... Oh, which one to choose? Well, I think Westerness damage might be a good thing to have in here. So I'll take the sword. There we go. And oh, what's my title? Duelist! Alright. I guess that fits. Now, I suppose it's time for us to check on the quest givers in this area. Here's Orkawe. Hello there.
How can I be of service?
Ah, fresh blood! You might be just what we need to begin reclaiming the Eastern Estates. Wonderful. See me one moment and say, fresh blood! Alright, what do you need?
Stay a moment.
The land to the east of here is called the Field of Twilight. Within it are the ruins of several ancient estates. These places were once the home of powerful families within the kingdom. They grew grain and raised animals used to feed the city to provide work for the many of the people. Now they are disgraced by robbers, overtaken by nature, desecrated by goblins, and one now even serves as a camp for a force of Angmar. It is an affront to all who draw their heritage from the shores of this lake. I have detailed in this journal the notes about the estates and the threats availing them. Please, take it and read from it what you can explore the fields of Twilight. It will guide you if you choose to help to reclaim these ancient ruins. Alright. So, let us read this journal. Thamnabath is the nearest of the ruined estates and our first priority. While the threat to it are not great, they must not be trivialized in their importance, for Thammareth is being reclaimed by nature itself. Thammareth was once a great hall. You can see that it still stands today. This will not be the case for long, though, and not because of looters or goblins. It's the ivy. It grows deep into the cracks in the walls and slowly pushes the bricks apart until nothing is left standing. It is also threatened by a source that itself is not threatening, a herd of elk that settles within the walls. They are not a problem of themselves, however. Soon they will bring predators, wolves, hungry robbers, wargs, and goblins from the northern hills. So, very well. Elk and ivy. Well then, let's go and find this Thamnambarth. In fact, I can see it right up there. So all I do is climb that hill. Now, should I be looking for... You know what is this? Oh. But that particular elk is not inside of the tomb area itself. So, not tomb area, inside the estate itself. So I would presume that killing that one would be unnecessary. Maybe I better look for relics instead, since I am... Yes, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of relics in here, and I could use a few of them. Ooh, here's some ivy! And it looks like it's already attracted predators. Because I thought I saw a wolf in... Yes, there is a wolf right over there. Alright, so now... Oh, okay, there's the ambusher right there. Now, Ha! What do you say that? That you could catch me unawares. Yeah. Let's deal with the wolves here that we see also, but of course, I want this vase. There we go. Now. Oh my. These are a couple of levels ahead of me. I come to it from behind. Okay. I guess I deserve that. There are very definitely already tomb robbers in this area. Well, I presume then that the hope of getting here before they started taking over was a forlorn thought. Oh, can I get this in before it expires? Oh, perfect. More ivy. Hold up. What's this? An ancient tapestry. This tapestry shred you have found is old and faded, but some details can still be made out. Perhaps, if you can find more, it will be of interest to the rangers of Tinidir. Well, I suppose we can find these threads of the past. Oh, here's a thread now. Okay. wonder if there are any scraps. Oh, there's a scrap behind the deer over there. Whee! Alright, that's level 34. And more ivy cleared. Well, actually, we're almost done with the ivy. You just take a little bit around. Oh, I got a healing skill. That's right, let's make sure I get this to a good and proper location here. Alright, right there. Good. So, if I ever need a little bit of boost in combat, just toss a bottle and it'll be done. See, that is... Okay, that's 6 of those. Did I miss one somewhere? Because I see one more, but I would think I'd be seeing 2 more. Well, I'll just have to keep on looking. Take care of that. This takes care of the ivy. That quest is done. Nice of it to auto. Oh, okay. There's the last piece right up ahead. Oh, we don't want to kill every oak in the area, right? Okay, bring that to and read the journal for the next area. Ah, we need to go to TitanBar. Now let's see what we can get about TitanBar. The next estate within the fields is TitanBar. It is a place that we know little about. The records we have found only describe the name. It's an enigma indeed. The only thing I know is that the tomb robbers have been swarming over it as of late. Given our focus elsewhere, it has been ripe for the picking, and they have slowly stripped out all valuable information that we could gain from it. It's not enough that we battle nature and time as enemies in our history. We have to deal with greedy robbers who want to deny us our past and identity. It cannot be tolerated, so we need to defeat 6 tomb robbers within there. Well, I suppose we can do that. Meanwhile, I'm still working on my wolf deed. So if I run into a wolf once in a while, I should make sure that I deal with it. And of course, tomb robbers, so that one wasn't close enough to where I needed to go. I'm getting close to the place, and I'm already seeing tomb robbers lurking around. In fact, that one even counted. That's how close I am. Now, no, I don't need to kill the squirrel. Unless it's the 2-legged variety. Ooh, what's that? I guess we'll find that out later. Oh, chipped face. The seal on this face is still tight, even after all the weather-worn years that has sat amongst the ruins here. Looking around, you see a few others. Perhaps the rangers can learn something of value from their contents? Alright, I suppose we can. Oh. And speaking of vases, I do want to check this one out too. Now, where are these tomb robbers? Well, there are still more wolves in the area. At least now they're only yellow instead of orange. Okay, now I see you sneaking around here. I never thought of using that as a pulling skill, but let's see. Wait, what's the... Oh, 30-meter range. Yeah, that's that can be used in pulling, of course. You might pull more than you want, but that's another matter, actually. Let's see. I do want... I didn't realize how deep this water is. There we go. The crumbled remains of the seal offer little knowledge of whom it might have belonged. Perhaps you could take rubbings of several of these seals around Thamaran and bring them to the rangers. Really? You'll pay dearly for that. Now, let's get out of here. And here's our first seal to check. Most of the seal has been destroyed, but a few lines are still legible. Most of this tomb robber have been destroyed, but a few stabs are still legible. There you go. Ah, another vase? Thought I heard something. Ooh, somebody sneaking around. There you go. Another quest completed, though I do need to find a few more vases and a few more seals. You feel that Thamaran is under control. Well, it's not under control yet until I say it's under control. Right now I feel like it's under control of Bill Tripper here. So I will trip him up and be done with him. I remember seeing one of those seals when I first came in, so I will check that one as well as this one. To give us a... Oh, hold on. Oh, there you are. I thought I heard somebody sneaking around. Ah, yeah, and there is the final seal. And we can seal the deal of this place. And proceed on our way to the third location in our little itinerary. And that would be... You turned a blind eye into the corner of this region for just a moment, and something momentous happens that you missed. Somehow, with all of our focus on the Tomb Raiders and the brigands to the south, a scouting force from Angmar has slipped into one of the ruins. This is a disaster for us on several fronts. Something here is of enough value for the Angmar to send a force to find it. Something that we did not yet know ourselves. If they were to find this thing, it could turn the tides of the war. Not to mention what could happen if they find the refuge of Teenadair. If they use that knowledge to somehow find a Stildane, oh, I can't entertain such thoughts. We must drive them out, and we must sow confusion amongst those who remain. Their plans have been tacked to the walls of the ruins. If the numbers were thinned and their plans destroyed, perhaps we'll stand a greater chance. Alright, defeat Angmarim and destroy their orders. Okay, we will make sure that they're out of order. There is Thon Ornan. So as soon as we deal with the wolves that are along the way, we can deal with the... Yep, there are definitely Angmarim there. Well then, let's go and give them a few solid points. New deed, invaders from Angmar, of course. New deed, markers of the sunken city. Oh, the one that was just outside didn't count. It had to be inside, just because he was defending the entrance. He couldn't count. Oh, I assume then that that piece of scholarship is on the other side of the wall. Hey, could you tell me where your secret orders are so I can destroy them? Nah, they're not interested in me destroying their orders. I don't know why. I mean, that means they won't have to worry about doing anything. They can just sit around doing nothing, right? How's that? Alright, well, apparently they're not going to cooperate in that way, so let's... Oh, hi. Are there any orders about? Oh, that's right. We need to go into here. Well, it takes care of the minimum number to kill, though I am sure that I will get well past that quota by the time I'm through in this place. A hymn chanter. Well, no more chance for you. And I'm a sea chanter, right? Okay, there you go. And here are the others. Let's take care of that. Oh. And let's find out what this other thing that I received in here. Quest item? Zamanda was the ancient home of a great smith, one who made the weapons for the Lion Kings themselves. Most of the work was done as long lost in history. His influences have in every blade that he wields. Goblins now camp there. They are more clever than I often give them credit for, and the very devious. However, if done correctly, one can trick them into believing that something much larger is going on around and frightening them into a panic. Night and day, the flames of Thamaldet are constantly burning. The goblins never let them go out. They must fear the darkness and believe that something out there will get them if the fires are not lit. So defeat goblins and extinguish their campfires. Alright, fine. Oh, and I think this is where that piece of scholarship I mentioned earlier is. Oh, no wonder they couldn't find it. There we go. Now, what's left? Oh, yes. Is there anything in here I need? Ah, Commander's Satchel. Looking at the satchel, you see several documents written in the black speech. You can't read what they say, but believe that if they're brought to the Ranger's attendant here, they may be able to translate them. That's not a universal truth of any type, that's for sure. Well then, I think we are done here, so let's go and deal with the goblins. Maybe the goblins have already fled. No, they haven't. They were just being quite devious and hiding. I will use that fire on them and put out this fire. Good. Now, anything here that we need other than this cache of items? Nope. And let's head deeper inside. Oh, boggarts. We can deal with boggarts, right? Right. Oh, here's quite a jackpot. Here you go. Now, you can go. Oh, I think I'm going to need to get a little hope up there. Yeah, they're doing a lot of screaming. Well, that's goblins, all right. Hey! These goblins are annoying. Well, we'll chase them away. Another campfire? And doing this just at dusk. That's gonna really make them creepy. Now, anything else around here? Well, take care of this goblin, and it looks like this brigand has decided to help them. As if we didn't need another reason to poke them. Goodbye. I think the last two campfires are out here, so let's deal with these two. Deal with that. They'll never know what hit them. Deal with that. And say good night to them. Good night. Now, let's get back to TitanBar, because the goblins are going to flee. The goblins have fled, terrified of whatever may roam in the darkness. Yep. So let's get out of here and get back to TitanBar, which is where I'm going to meet you in the next episode of the River and Sea.